Hey guys, welcome back. It's been a little while since I've posted, so I've been out of town and then I came down with influenza A. Kicked my butt for about a month. So anyway, I'm back at it and we're doing a light walkthrough one of the house that got hit with a tornado. And what I want to share with you guys on the light walkthrough, it's such a subconscious, it's something you don't think about. So you really have to force your thinking, because once you move into the house, you're just naturally looking to where the light switches are. And what we don't want to do is have people running all over the house, turning on light switches, especially with these open floor plans. So I'm gonna give you tips on light switches, put them together. We got some neat tips on where outlets need to go, because it's a changing world out there. We got some fancy stuff coming and you need to have power for it. I'll take you through the walkthrough and let me know what you guys think in the end if you like some of these ideas. Okay, starting off in the garage. The garages are important to some people, not everybody. So because we're out in the country, he already has a big barn down there, which is his shed. So this garage is not that important to him. The reason why I bring that up is if you don't have a barn, what you want to do probably is make sure you have enough outlets in the garage if you're going to have like a workbench. You're also plugging in vacuum cleaners. We also put like power washers in the garage, so you need an outlet for that up high and a hose bib. This garage, we're going to leave it kind of simple. And what we like to do in the garage is we put these puck can lights in, which are nice and clean. They don't get bugs in them. It's nice and smooth. It looks like the rest of the house, and it doesn't really cost that much. So you're not buying a light fixture, you're just buying like a little wafer can, and that's what we're doing throughout the house. So let's go inside and I'll show you some other tips. Okay, coming in from the garage into a mudroom. That really is the entry to a house. The old houses, maybe some people have these, but the new designs, you don't walk in from the garage into the laundry room. The laundry room needs to be its own room if you can pull that off. So in this mudroom, it's quite large. This goes into the pantry. I'm just gonna show you the floor plan. But there's some things we're doing in the mudroom. We're kind of creating drop zones, because you got your mail, kids got their backpacks, things. You want to drop backpacks. We're going to have shelving in here. Another thing, what's nice in a mudroom is to have a counter for the mail to go on, but also sometimes it's a great place for charging station, car keys. Everything's where it needs to be when you leave the house. In this mudroom, we created this huge closet. It's a big walk-in closet. They had the space to do that. That's another nice feature. What we're doing now is we're putting an outlet down on the floor or in the closet, because life's luxuries are kind of nice, and they're gonna put a plug-in boot warmer. Remember, we're in Nebraska, it gets cold and wet. You bring your wet clothes in, your boots, you turn them upside down, you dry those things out, put them back on. It's like butter, it's nice. So bear with me, and we're coming into this laundry room. It's quite large, because this is about a 8,000 square foot house. The thing is huge, it keeps getting bigger. But because it's so big and open, what we have over here is where the washer dryer are, and what we do is we haven't done this yet, we put a recess vent in the wall. So when you slide your dryer back, all the dryer vent doesn't get all twisted and knotted up. It allows it to go up into the wall and it flows freely. Your dryer's more efficient. But I wanted to point out on this angle wall, this is a great spot where you can put in the wall a pull down iron. You open it up like a little cabinet. Just need an outlet in here. The thing pulls down, you've got your iron, a light. When it folds back up, it automatically shuts off. So we put a lot of those in the beginning. I just don't think people really do much ironing anymore. So I wanted to point that out, but all you gotta do is have an outlet in here. So if you decide to do it later, you can just always come in, cut it in, and add it. Just a little extra wiring in the beginning. So in the future, it's there if you need it. Here's a feature that I think is overlooked that people, once they have it, like Flair, he has it and he loves it, is an outlet in the bathroom under the toilet. Sounds crazy. I don't have one, but I've experienced it and it's kind of fun. It's the toilet seat that's literally electrified, motorized. It dries, shoots out water. It does everything that you're supposed to do, all hands-free. So if you don't have an outlet, you don't get to do all that fun stuff. So highly recommend it. At least put an outlet in, and then you can ask for that as a nice Christmas gift. If we're in the living room now, they always had a fireplace. There's a big wood-burning stove. That's all gone. We're going back to the new style. That's what they wanted, something more efficient. But the point I'm making is that's the big fireplace. There's actually going to be a TV going above it, but on both sides, it's just flat. Nothing's going on. You could put furniture there, but the interior designer and homeowner came up with a design, and that's what's kind of fun about building it. It lets you be creative. They're going to put staggering shelves on both sides of the fireplace, but each shelf we're going to have a wire there, because we're going to run that light tape underneath it that will illuminate down, and actually we're going to put some on top that shines up the wall. So this whole wall will have its own little accent feature with shelves and lighting on both sides. That has to be thought about ahead of time, like at today's stage, on what we wanted. So good thing the homeowner and the designer are on board and they're making the selections and thinking things through, because we're back getting this house on track and it's moving quickly, and we want to make sure we think everything through for the homeowner. All right, a couple other things thinking through on the house. We do a lot of what we call barrier free. You know, it's aging in place. People are getting older, which means they don't want steps, so we're doing barrier free showers. This house, there's no steps into the house from the garage or the front door. Barrier free could be a couple of things. You might have a bad back, you can't bend over very good. So the old days, these outlets, here's the old outlets that were probably close to, I don't have my tape measure. I lost it somehow. Somebody took it. I should do a video on going to the job site and ask for a tape measure. You'll be amazed how many people do not have one, including me. I got one, I just don't have it on me. So here's a standard height. I think it's a little over 12 or 14 inches. Where what we do now is we go about 18 inches off the floor. It's just a little bit higher up. It's kind of a commercial dimension that they use, but residential is always slow to catch up. But this allows you, when you're bending over, you don't have to go down so far. It's a little tiny thing, but if you got a bad back and you're bending over, you're gonna like it a little higher off the floor. Let me know what you think of that. On a little sidebar, this is the exercise room downstairs. There was no window down here. Everything was on the back. We're remodeling or doing a tornado house. You can do whatever you want. We just dug out this area, cut out the foundation, pushed the rock out, and now we just got to put a small retaining wall out there. Another thing, you don't have to do a retaining wall that's like 2 or 3 foot away. You can dig that out even farther, which we've done. So now you're looking out into a garden versus a retaining wall. So little tips. I can't remember what it cost to cut that out. I think that might have been like $500-600. The window was another $500-600. So at the end of the day, you might have a window all in for labor materials for $2,000. So kind of a nice thing to have, but you got to think those things through. Okay, in the kitchen, here's a pet peeve of mine, is when you have these beautiful backsplashes, all this tile, and then it's dotted with outlets, switches, what have you. We are now putting them up underneath the cabinets. So all the cabinets, you want under counter lighting. Want your kitchen to be very well lit. That is just a nice feature, under counter lighting. If you have it, you know how nice it is. You won't give it up. But while you're doing the under counter lighting, just put outlets underneath there as well. Don't want those beautiful backsplashes interrupted with an outlet. That's very simple. Put them up underneath there. Got a funny story. We built a house for a guy. He was not a fun customer. And this was 20 some years ago. All the guys, we had a bunch of guys working for me at the time. We decided to take a vacation and we're on our road trip and our phones are ringing off the hook because he had just moved into his house. And I said, don't answer it. Let this go to voicemail. Let the guy cool off. We knew he was going to chew us out for something. So we went and listened to the voicemail and he left like 3 messages. The first one was he's cussing us out because how dare you build a house and put no outlets in the kitchen? You guys are a bunch of idiots, and hung up. Then he called back and said, when are you going to call me back? Because I want to be able to use my kitchen. It's ridiculous. And then about 20 minutes later, he called back again and goes, I found the outlets, but I never got a sorry, thank you, or hey, that was a great idea, Brad. Welcome to construction. Here's the job site office. Woo! Ah, the shitter's full. Perfect timing. This guy, we need to clean up this one. Got to clean up in aisle 3. You have to glove up for this thing or just?
I do. You never know what's inside these things.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'd glove up, diaper up, and mask up if you're in there. Plus we've had Eugenio on the job site, so who knows what the heck is in there. Those 7-Elevens, they get nasty. Jesse, you're here to save the day.
Now all I do now is flip a switch, put my gloves on, flip a switch, and pump it out.
Pump it out?
It's a little noisy.
Is it? It doesn't spray all over, does it?
No.
Oh, okay.
It don't spray at all.
All right. Well, we'll let you do your job, Jesse. That's called dirty jobs. Kind of like what the dentist uses on my mouth. He gets in there and cleans the hell out of that thing.
It's a big old shop vac.
Yeah, that's what it is, isn't it?
That's
so
all wastewater right there.
So you've got that much more to go?
Yeah.
Oh, heck. We weren't as full as we thought. We're only half full. How many of these you do?
On a regular day?
Yeah, like 15? That's a light day?
That's an easy day.
Really?
That's maybe 4 hours, if that.
So you do?
Like today, I started here, which they got 16, plus they added 7 more.
Oh,
they're having a power
Oh, you're
outage.
at a job site. That's right. They got tons of. They don't just have one on a job site. They might have. They have 15 or 20.
Just like the power lane, the old nuke plant.
Yeah.
They've got 11.
Oh man. So you probably cleaned, well, with all that, probably 50 of them or more today, huh?
About that.
And you still got a nice clean shirt. Look at that.
Of course.
I gotta get you a Brad the Builder one. He's a true professional. See you, Jesse.
Make it smell good.
Oh yeah, that's the mints that you're not supposed to eat. Okay, I came back to my house to show you guys some of the finishes that we talked about in the light walkthrough house, just to give you a better visual. For example, step lights. These are some things that get forgotten, and it's a very nice touch that for nighttime accent. Doesn't do much during the day, but it just adds a nice little ambiance to the home. Another nice touch that I wanted to go over, if you can get your bed location, it's having light switches right next to your bed to turn your reading lights on, the overhead fan, all that stuff right here. And if you can, put it on both sides of the bed so not one person feels shorted. That takes a little extra thought, not too much. Just find the size of your bed, center, and then add an extra about 18 inches and you'll be just fine. This is something that I think every house should have. I just put an outlet here because I was thinking about putting a TV. I have an outlet in here for a TV and I had an outlet down below because I knew I was going to put in this power washer because right down below I have the hot cold hose bib. This thing is wonderful. It just retracts. I can hose out the garage, go out in the driveway, clean cars, and it all retracts back up into the garage. It's electric. You never have to worry about fumes, what have you. The thing works great. Okay, we wrapped up the light walkthrough. I didn't show you all the details, but we sit down with the electrician, takes a plan. We have the designer, the homeowners, myself, and we go through every single room. Even though the blueprint has lights on it, we want to make sure all that lighting makes sense. Sometimes 2 cans in a room don't work because of the way the ceiling joists lay out. So you got to maybe 2 cans might turn into 3. Sometimes 4 cans turns into 2. We micromanage that entire process. I found that that's been a great thing to do. I'm not sure if other builders do it, but that's always a key walkthrough for us to make sure the homeowner's getting what they want, because a lot of times they want to add a light fixture, like in your kitchen. You want to put most likely a fixture over your kitchen island, but sometimes you're not able to put a fixture over the dining room. That's where the designers get involved. Sometimes too many fixtures hanging from the ceiling is too much. So just like baby bear porridge, what is just right? So we work with you on that. The electrician's going, and if they come up with some more ideas or changes, we still can do it. But at least we're working the plan, and that's what's most important. Hey, if you guys get a chance, buy some hats, some t-shirts. I'm Brad the Builder. I'll see you guys on the next job site.